In this position, white sacrifices the rook on g7 and black is left with two options, but none of the options stand the test of time. They can decide to capture the rook, and if they capture the rook, this rook slides over with a check. Now the king is left with two options again. They can go this way, they can go this way, they can block with this, and that just simply gives a queen and doesn't solve any problem. It doesn't stop the checkmate. And if they go this way, this is just checkmate in one. So let's say they decide to go back this way, we sacrifice our queen again, and notice this, the rook is cutting off the king, so the king can't step into any of this square, and the queen is giving a check, so they have to accept the sacrifice. Then comes this move, another check on the king, and the king is still locked in, so they have to block the check with their pawn, and we sacrifice our bishop, making it the third brilliant move. Now the rook is forced to capture, and this move simply deflects the rook from the protection of this square, and this move is just a beautiful checkmate. After rook takes on g7, they can decide to ignore the rook if they choose to. What do? We offer them the rook yet again. You have to accept the rook, and if they decide not to accept the rook and step away again, we throw in this check, and if they block the check with their knight, this move is just a beautiful checkmate. And if they decide to capture here, we just slide our queen to this square, and that move is a checkmate. They are forced to accept the sacrifice. Then comes this move, check on the king. The king is forced to step forward. Then comes this move, and notice this, the rook is taking over this file, and this queen is taking over this file. So the king step forward again. Then comes this check. The king is forced to step forward again, as the king can't go this way because of this bishop. And after the king move backward, the rook slides over, and notice this bishop is taking over this square, this bishop is taking over this square, and this bishop is controlling this square. So the king is forced to step into this square, and we deliver the final blow with queen to g3, checkmate. Subscribe for more.